today I'm going to be doing a video on a creative way that you can familiarize yourself with your tarot deck. Um, I use the Rider-Waite tarot deck, but you can do this with any of your decks, with whatever you chose to do or learn. Um, so. As we know, as if you want to learn how to read the tarot cards, there are many, many, many videos out there on YouTube on how to do it. I was going to go through each way individually, but there's just so many videos. I just chose to tell you one of the ways that I've came to familiarize myself with them. In a creative way, though. But anyhow, as I was saying, there's so many ways. You can, of course, there's one way that you must do. You must read your guidebook that comes with your cards and learn the meanings of the major arcana, and then all the rest of them, like what does all the aces represent, the twos, the threes, and so on. What the swords mean, what the wands mean, the cups, and the pentacles. Those are some things that you just can't skip. You have to do those. You do have to learn those things. And there's other ways as well besides that, but that's the main way to start with. You can learn, like, what are the symbols on the cards, like what do the crowns mean, the ones that have the crowns. What does a staff mean? What does an orb mean in the picture? Those are the symbols. You can learn the symbols that are on the cards. You can also go by the numbers that are on the cards. Because, they're just like a deck of regular playing cards, 1 through 10, and you can learn what what 3s mean, what 2s mean, 10s mean, 8s means, and so on. Also, you can learn to read the tarot and decipher the cards on the astrology signs that they all represent. Like, for example, the Emperor represents Aries, and you can learn that. You can learn that way if you want to do astrology readings or just any type of reading. Also, you can go by what direction the wind is blowing in your cards. If you see the clouds shifting or the wind blowing one way or another, you can, is the major person in that card, is it facing the person, you, or is it facing the card to the left or facing the card to the right? Are they facing each other? Do they have their backs to each other? I mean, there are just so many ways. It can actually get a little overwhelming at first, but you don't need to know all those things. And most of all, you can use your intuition as well, of course. But so, like I said, there's so many videos out there that goes over all of this. So I just decided to show you one way, a creative way that I came up with on how to familiarize yourself with the cards and how they can get familiar with you, because the more you handle them and work with them, the more your energy is going into them, and then the energy will flow back to you. You'll be like a partner with them, and it will help with your readings. So, let me put the cat down first, because she's in the way. Come on, sweetie. Come on, you have to get down. Okay. Alright. So I chose, well, first I'll tell you what I did. Alright, so I shuffled the deck, and I put them on the side. I got my journal out, and I picked up one card. I picked up the card. Here's the King of Cups. And I looked at it, and the first thing I saw was, he has a necklace on it, and it's a fish. Well, that's weird. that's cool, or weird, whatever. So I started just jotting stuff down and making a story. Then I went to the next card, and you can, and if as you're doing this, if you get too overwhelmed, or you hit like a writer's block, that means just to stop. You can come back tomorrow or a couple hours. It took me about 4 or 5 days to do all 78 cards in the deck. So that is one creative way to do this, and I'm going to tell you, I chose 7 of the cards, and I'm going to tell you what I saw on the card. I'm going to read what I wrote, and then, like, after you get all 78 cards done, wait a couple days, get out your journal or your notebook, whatever you wrote it down on, and get out your guidebook that came with the cards. Read what you wrote, and read what is in the guidebook, and you'll be surprised at how close it is to what you really to what the guidebook says. It's really a very interesting way, and it's a creative way, like I said. So what I'm doing, first of all, here I chose the King of Cups to tell you about, the Page of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Cups, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, and Nine of Wands. So I'm going to pull the camera in so you could see the card as I tell you the little story or the little poem that I wrote about them. So one moment, please. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to start with the King of Cups here. Okay? So I got this card, and this is what I wrote about it. Oh, well, I just don't have my wand with me. Trying to find a pen or something around here. Oh, dear me. Well, I'll just do it this way. Alright, so I wrote, Apple of the gardens upon my crown, fish of the sea around my neck, chalice of golden color within my hand, a mallet of justice in the other. I sit tall upon my chair. I sit tall upon my stone chair, for the love of one is love for all. Okay, and now we have the Page of Cups. For I am just a fish. Why keep me captive in this cup? I yearn for the sea. What can I learn in this small vessel? Set me free in the rolling waves, and you will learn this, too, in the tides of time. Now we have the Nine of Cups. The power of knowledge can't be stored and placed upon an altar. Stay true to oneself and let life unfold. See how he has his arms crossed? He's folded. Open your arms, let it unfold. Alright, now the Eight of Cups. I see your sadness has washed you out. Look upon my phases, new to full. Go climb those mountains and walk through the valleys. Where am I? For you, life will only be as you make it. Sincerely, the Moon. So when I looked at this card, I saw the moon first, so I wrote the story of what I felt the moon was saying to sing. Alright? Alright, so now we have, get this going here, the King of Wands. The King of Wands. I sit to the left of the king among the floor, and ponder to what mask he may become today. He seems to think of lions and lizards, for they are painted on the back of his throne. With the clothes he wears of orange and green, perfect colors to me, his cape and crown of yellow gold, the color of my eyes. For I wish for him to see me standing here on the floor. We are a perfect match, for I too can change my mask and act like a king, just like the lion upon his throne. But for now I will stay the chameleon and bask in the sun. The Queen of Wands. I am small, but my purr alone is mighty and strong. Like the lions of the land. Smell the sunflower my queen does hold, and you will see the sun's glow. You too can be a lion, majestic on your course. Just sit still and observe, and purr with content, and roar only if the strength within you needs to shine. For I am a cat, full of feline instincts. May I purr, or may I roar? There's a lot of lions here, lions up here, sunflower. Okay, so then the final one I've decided to talk about today is the Nine of Wands and what I wrote. I shelter and sweat from the brow. I grasp the pain from fright. I stay tight and aware from atop. I fit like a crown, for I am the bandage upon my head, keeping you from harm until the day of protection will once again be amongst my trials. And that is just one creative way on how to do that. Those are some of the cards that I chose for this video. If you like this, please let me know in the comments, and I can read more of my little short story poems, writings, whatever you want to call it, on some more cards. And again, I hope you found this possibly useful if you're wanting to learn the tarot. And yeah, so please like, share, and comment, subscribe, and we'll see you again. Bye now.